right, welcome everybody. So this is Mothmen 1966. We'll get started in just a second, but first I got to get all my Discord people ready and here, and then we'll start. All right, hold on just 1 second. All right, let's see here. Just got to start the app. All right. Well, let's start. So for anybody who's just started and joined in, this is again Mothmen 1966. It is a choose your own adventure style visual novel. It sounds really cool and it looks really cool. It's going to be great writing, great art, and I'm really excited for it. Yeah. So that's what this game is all about. I just am trying to start and see if I can get this on my phone so I can see the see everybody's texts in real time. Without exiting the game. There we go. Hey Don, how you doing? We are pulping some pixels today. We are definitely doing that. And thank you for putting this game to my attention, by the way. I really appreciate it. All right, so let's pulp some pixels. Let's pixel some pulps. New game. Three red and 5 black in the discard pile. Of the 6 cards face up on the counter, 2 are red and 4 are black. So 5 red in all and 9 black. You have no more moves. So you have to bet now. Do I get to save? Do I not get to save? Okay. Let's go red. With so many black cards drawn, it feels natural to choose red. Numbers should be on your side. Even though you've already chosen, you decided to stay away from the counter. You cannot bear losing again. You think of your grandma Elsie trying to win at solitaire for over 60 years. You take a deep breath and keep sweeping. Elsie's been paralyzed from the waist down since she was 21. Your mom was only 2 months old. The winter Elsie taught you to play solitaire, your parents and sister had been dead for almost a year, and you'd already begun to forget their faces. Although you cook for her, do her laundry, bathe, and even dress her, it feels like she's the one taking care of you. You close your eyes and almost feel Elsie stroking your hair. You're 11 years old again, kneeling next to her bed, crying your heart out. Suddenly, the bell rings and you feel an invisible force trying to drag you into the present. Let's look through the window. Those fucking kids. The first brat is followed by two more. They step on the hose and activate the bell for a second and third time. You don't know what comes over you. There goes our AL rating. But you yell some things at them that you're too ashamed to remember. You justify yourself thinking they might be the ones who got into your garage that night and stole some parts of the replica machine gun you're building. Ooh, replica machine gun. You won't let anyone mess with your project. The wine in the steam machine gun is the jewel of your collection. The kids yell at you, "Old freak," and laugh, sheltered by distance. Deep down you know that it can't be them. How would they know which parts of the machine gun were worth stealing? Anyway, that guard dog's being brought over in a few days and you'll be able to stop worrying. Alright, let's check the hose. Wow, that's really cool. I love this art. You think about what someone told you at the bar about replacing the hose with a thicker one so that it can only be activated by the weight of a car. And what happens if the kids jump with their bikes and land on top of the hose with one of their wheels, you asked. Kids are always going to find some way to bust your balls, they replied. Alright, let's go back in. You try to calm down. Yeah, it's ZX Spectrum graphics. It's got that color clash. And beautiful, beautiful dithering. You look at the shelves and think of the solitaire your grandma taught you. Your grandma always said that everyone has their place in the world. And that people keep dancing around it without ever reaching it. To win this solitaire, you have to stop dancing. Wait, hold on a sec. Let me see if I can... Hey, Wei, how you doing? Yeah, I'm used to saying ZX Spectrum. Oh yeah, let's save, just in case. You know that the chances of winning are incredibly low. Almost zero. You can't bring yourself to turn over the next card and decide to start sorting the shelves instead. Doing simple jobs helps build your self-confidence. It provides you some illusion of control. Alright, Let's see. Let's organize something. I'll grab something from the lower shelf first. I'll get the can. And then I'll replace something from the middle shelf. I'll replace the bottle. And then I will replace something from the bottom shelf. Box. Place something from the upper shelf. The bottle. I don't want to replace anything anymore. I just want to empty. Yeah, CZX is cool. Hey, Red. You didn't miss that much. It's just for everybody who just came in. This game is an interactive fiction game that is very choose your own adventure like, and it's called Mothmen 1966. So we could expect some shenanigans to start soon. Let's grab something from the lower shelf. Let's check shelves. Good. One type of product on each shelf. Uh-oh. Oh, are those men in black? Yeah, I'm just yanking things from shelves. You scratch your head. This time sorting the shelves doesn't help. You feel the same urgency as before, and you can't think of anything else. Yeah, uh-oh. Is the card going to be red? You need it to be red. Suddenly the air seems heavy, and you find it a bit difficult to breathe. What? 3 men in black are staring at you. Yeah, we got a ponytail. Through the window, you see a black Cadillac by the pump. Yes? You wish you'd asked them how they got into the station without you hearing the door open. Or how they left the car there without the bell ringing. But that trembling yes was the only thing you could manage to utter. The moose. The moose? After a few seconds of not receiving any response, you decide to break the silence. Let's ask them what's up with the moose. Oh, and happy holidays to all you, everybody. I forgot to say. You bought a woman a whiskey. You don't know if it's the right move, but you try to relax and be more friendly. Do you know of a more effective way to socialize? You told her the dream about your grandma. A chill runs through your body. It's been a few weeks since that night. And even though you had a good time with Martha and have no regrets, something about the way these men in black ask their questions makes you uneasy. What do you want to know? Granny in the forest. One of the men further back lets out a cracking noise. You look at him believing he's laughing, but the man in the black's expression doesn't change. All right. Let's ask them why they want to know. No one answers. It's like they're waiting for another response. All right. Tell them about our dream. My grandma has been bedridden for over 60 years, but in the dream I saw her running through the woods. Start from the beginning. Oh, I love malls. I wish there's so few malls left nowadays. And don't omit any details. You don't know if it's the way they look at you or because of a certain authority in their voice, but you tell them everything about the dream. Five or 6 weeks ago, you woke up in the middle of the night, certain that something had happened to your grandma. Oh, of course, I associate malls with Auntie Anne's pretzels, bad Chinese food, food courts, video game stores, the whole thing, massage chairs. You ran up to her room and Elsie wasn't in bed. The window was wide open. You ran to it and saw someone walking through the trees. It was her, and she was holding a rifle of the kind your ancestors would have carried in the Civil War. You tried to call out to her. Your grandma started running and shot 2 or 3 times into the blackness of the forest. You were about to go down to find her when a winged figure with glowing red eyes appeared in the front of the window and screamed. Oh, this is cryptid territory. Exactly. There's always a Panda Express. And after hitting your head on the bedpost, you lost consciousness. You woke up in your bed and remembered the dream almost instantly. You went up the stairs 2 at a time and opened the door to her room. Your grandmother slept peacefully. On the bedside table was a glass of milk you brought her every night and the deck of cards she uses to play solitaire. During the days that followed, you tried to convince yourself that it had all been a dream. Even though you couldn't explain where the little stitches at the base of your skull had come from. After a few seconds, one of the men in black speaks again. The spots on her legs predate her birth, Holt. What? What is he talking about? Is he referring to the dozens of moles on your grandma's legs? And what do they mean by saying those spots predate her birth? Elsie always makes the same joke when you sponge her calves. Be thankful that you have to clean my legs and not my grandfather's. According to what she told you, her granddad had been shot dead by an experimental weapon early in the Civil War when his legs were ripped to shreds. Oh, okay. So for people who just came in, Holt is making a Winan steam gun replica. So this is why, I guess. The Winan steam gun, son. A machine gun that doesn't appear in any book. You think about the replica you were putting together in the workshop, and you wonder if it was the men in black who had stolen those pieces. Yep, the man being interrogated is making the Winans steam machine gun replica. You're not telling anyone else about this visit, Holt. You start to complain when one of the men in black picks up a card from the counter. The top card of the deck. Whoa! The crunch horrifies you. The teeth of the men in black seems to tear more than simply paper. Oh, geez. Desperate, you throw yourself on the counter and look for the card. Your heart is pounding. You look out the window and you don't see the Cadillac. You walk to where the car was parked a few moments ago. You step on the hose, and the bell rings. What the fuck? Jack of diamonds. Red, I knew it. You think about the edge one of the men in black tore off. And you remember the noise he made when he'd shoot it. Was it a threat? A warning? You wonder if you should tell your grandma everything that happened or just keep your mouth shut and keep playing solitaire with the marked card. All right, and that's chapter 1. I gotta ask a question. So, do you guys prefer me to read, or do you prefer me to just like press enter? Okay, I'll read then. What's wrong? I told you, it's nothing. That damn pause again. There's something she's not saying. Alright, so let's save now that we've The Mustang purrs. You shake your head, feeling sad inside. The sound of an engine hides no secrets. Lee, you're right. You bite your lip and sigh. Why is everything so damn hard? How did we get here from arranging shelves? Is this sometime in the future? Well, I think we're going to find that out. I think it's unclear now, but I'm sure it will be clarified soon. I've got confidence in these writers. They write well. Victoria settles into her seat. Oh yeah, no problem, Brad. No problem. Let's start over, okay? Where are we going? It's a surprise. Please. No, Vic, have some patience. You'll never forget this night. Victoria giggles and you think this is the best gift in the world. For a moment you forget all the previous discussions, your obsessions. A giggle, a friendly gesture, making someone feel good ain't rocket science. You look at the clock and you can't believe your eyes. You left your house on time, but you're pretty late. How could you step on the gas? Lee. Lee. You scratch the side of your head. Wow, you really hate being told how to drive. Lee? Why doesn't she tell you to slow down? You take your foot off the gas. Yeah, that's the first time for everything. Thanks. You're trying your best. You really think Victoria could be the one? The one. Your dad once said the perfect woman doesn't exist. Couples form when people get tired of looking and just give up. You remember your mother's rants, all those women's names she rattled off as if they were part of an endless grocery list? You won't end up like him. Anything but that. You try to smile and force yourself to be more cheerful. You want a clue? Yes. Victoria looks into your eyes and you feel a warmth in your face that takes you by surprise. You felt the same thing the first time you saw her in college. Keep looking at her for a few seconds, it seemed like forever. What, do I have a booger? Where? You can't help laughing out loud and have a hard time containing the urge to kiss her. Alright. Let's give her and us a clue about the origin. It comes from far away. Victoria makes a gesture for you to complete the sentence. You just shrug. It comes from far away. I want to know the question and the answer. I mean, that could be anything. Guess then. The circus? Cold. Alright. How about the date? It happened 100 years ago. Is this the Civil War? Is this like, because I know it's 1966 that we're in right now, and they've mentioned the Civil War once. The end of the Civil War. Ah, see? No, not in 1865. I mean exactly 100 years ago, Vic. Oh, let me think then. You're running out of time. There was a cholera outbreak in 1866, right? Freezing cold. And how twisted do you think I am to set a date themed around a cholera outbreak from a century ago? Alright. One would be a source of superstition, but we're talking thousands. A source of superstition? A black cat? Victoria looks at you expectantly, desperate to be right. No, Vic, just give me a minute. You won't guess it unless you reach to open the glove box and Victoria grabs your wrist. Better leave it to me. Victoria opens the glove box and examines the contents. A folder, a box, a flashlight. What are you looking for exactly? Let's see. What is under the flashlight? A book. 1966 Shelby Mustang. The car handbook? No, not that. What else? Look at the folder. What's in the box? Victoria takes it out and opens it. Let's see what you've been hiding. You think about saying something, but you instantly regret it and keep your mouth shut. Spare change, a lighter, a pack of cigarettes. Nothing to worry about, I reckon. Keep looking, please. Alright, let's look at the folder. Victoria opens the folder and examines the documents. Some papers, insurance details. Do you want me to read some of this? You shake your head. Already got everything out. 1 second, there's this too. Victoria stretches out her hand and you finally grab the map you wanted. It was folded against the bottom of the glove box. You start talking and Victoria interrupts you. Hold that thought while I put everything back. You put the map on the dashboard while Victoria puts away the folder, the box, the flashlight. Vic, you know I like it tidy in there. Ha, very funny. Vic flicks through the book she found. Red Badge of Courage. Haven't you read this book 1,000 times already? You know she's testing you. Vic knows exactly why you carry it everywhere. The novel that portrays the era you're obsessed with like no other. What the hell is this? Suddenly you remember you're using the pencil sketch that Victoria drew of you in one of your classes as a bookmark. A sketch she begged you with tears in her eyes to destroy, and you swore you already had. Vic, I'm sorry. I swear. Watch out! Uh-oh. You swerve to avoid a shape in the road. Victoria looks back. Well, that's quite a swerve. Lee? We almost ran that thing over. You put your hand on Vic's shoulder trying to reassure her. I'm like noticing the creepiness, the slight creepiness as things advance. Victoria points ahead. Yeah, this is how Silent Hill started. Just keep your eyes on the road, please. She's doing it again, telling you how to drive. At least this time she came right out with it instead of saying Lee disapprovingly. You try to control yourself, but it's hard. It's not just this last thing, but the buildup of all the small gestures. You take the map and throw it on her lap. Victoria raises her arms in disbelief. The Leonids. Victoria, we're going to have dinner watching the Leonids. Oh, the asteroids. The asteroid shower. Victoria says nothing. Forgive me for trying to arrange the perfect date. You try to keep silent, but you can't hold it in. A meteor shower. A phenomenon associated with the passage of Templeton Comet every 33 years. Victoria keeps staring ahead. In 1866, there was one of the most spectacular meteor showers ever recorded. I saw some lithographs in the library. Victoria doesn't even move. Uh-oh, is there something wrong with Victoria? Everyone makes a wish on a shooting star. Imagine how many wishes you can make with thousands of stars shooting through the sky. Victoria settles in her seat. You know what, Lee? Shut up. What? You've never heard that tone before from her. Just keep quiet until we reach... She pauses as she examines the map you threw in her lap. Helt? Holt Station? Oh, Holt is that guy. The ponytail guy. You feel your heart pounding. Your hands are shaking. That's what she wants? For you to keep quiet? For you not to say a goddamn word? Your hands grip the wheel tight. All the preparations you made for tonight. Your friend Freddie had worked out the ideal place to see them all in their splendor, away from the city lights. And when you noticed Holt Station was inside the area, you didn't hesitate. But now Vic had ruined it. Oh no! What the fuck? Something hits the Mustang's antenna. Whoa! What the hell is that? Stop, Lee. Stop. Should we stop the car? Stop the... No. Yes. Stop the car. Slam on the brakes. Instinctively, you put a hand in front of Victoria to keep her from hitting the windshield. You get out of the car and find a dead bat in front of the headlights. Yeah, this could be Batman in 1966. The animal had hit the antenna and somehow got entangled. You can't believe it. What are the odds of something like this happening? Somebody page Adam West! Don't bats have some sort of advanced echolocation system like a submarine sonar? What starts as a simple grunt in your throat emerges as a helpless scream. Fuck! This is what I get for trying to do something different. We should have gone to the movies. Lee. Vic's whispering. Oh no! It doesn't take long to see why. Over there! The coyotes watching you from the dark of the forest meets the light of the moon. Save. Save. Save game. Alright. Vic, we got this. It's not interested in us. You point to the dead bat. They're scavengers. You hear it growl that quickly multiplies. Oh yeah, tons of wolves are looking for just one bat. Oh my goodness. Suddenly you're surrounded. Coyotes, okay. It's not the first time you face coyotes in the woods, but you aren't taking any chances. When I say run to the car as fast as you can. Okay, alright, this is an important scene. You try to recall all the advice you heard for situations like these. Make lots of noise, wave your arms around. One of the coyotes in front of you approaches. Yell and gesture. Yell. Yell at the coyote in the center. Another coyote advances. You look into its watery, bloodshot eyes. Yell and gesture. On this side of the car. Coyote to my left. Yeah. Yell and gesture. This side of the car. Center. Shit. 3 coyotes advance at once. Yelling and waving your arms won't be enough this time. Bang on the hood. Alright. All coyotes back down. No coyote advance this time. Okay, maybe she should run. Throw a stone? I don't know. I think run to the car. Uh-oh, that was wrong. You try to reach the car, but ferocious teeth intercept you. Encouraged by your screams, the rest of the coyotes soon join the feast. Alright. Yell and gesture. The side of the car, center. You don't tolerate any soccer talk in your household. Yell and gesture. The side of the car. On my left. Yell and gesture. The side of the car. Center. Alright, bang on the hood. Alright, we're going to throw a stone. Throw it. Let's get one at the other side of the car. Or no. Yes? No. Yeah, other side of the car. At the coyote behind me. Alright. The coyote retreats into the dark of the forest. Let's save. Throw a stone. All right. Now, if I were to get rid of all the coyotes except for one, what would it be? I think it would be the one on my right. To my left. Throw a stone. Okay, get to the center. All right, throw a stone. All right. Run to the car. Poof. You get in the car, close the doors, and Victoria starts laughing. I don't see what's funny about that. Although you know the reaction is more adrenaline than anything else, you start laughing too, and then kiss her. Start up the car and the V8 roars into life. You resume the trip. Oh, cool. After a few wordless minutes, you suddenly remember something. Holt, Vic. Going to Holt's gas station. Victoria starts whistling. The doubts, the fears, everything seems a bit ridiculous now. You think about the plans made for tonight and smile. You really like to hear her whistle. All right. So we have gotten to chapter 2. Let's save the game again. Lee turns off the car and looks you in the eye. He smiles. And that smile seriously pisses you off. Tell Lee. Before you can open your mouth, Lee taps you on the leg. Oh my goodness. Wait here, Vic. I swear you won't believe it. Oh, we're at Holt's gas station. Alright, you bite your lip and take a deep breath. You see him greet someone. Holt? Lee had written Holt Station on the map he'd thrown on your lap 20 minutes ago. He'd written it by hand, and it might as well have said Hort Station or Halt Station. Hell Station, even. Lee's handwriting has always been intriguing to you. You remember that time you mentioned it to him, and he responded with disproportionate anger. Wow, their relationship does not seem to be very happy. A nonsensical rant which involved several philosophers of language. And all because you told him his handwriting was dreadful. But now you know where those reactions come from. That night you two got drunk by the lake, Lee told you that his father would have wanted to be born ugly. Victoria looks like the person from Night of the Living Dead. Does anybody think so? That the woman from the beginning who doesn't speak? After the initial surprise, you couldn't stifle a belly laugh, and Lee looked down. Oh, it's a great movie. It's a classic. It's one of those 1960s movies. That's a good question. Why would anybody want to be born ugly? They're coming to get you, Barbara. Yes, exactly. Barbara. For a few minutes, he didn't want to tell you anything else. You finally convinced him to continue. I always got what I wanted just by smiling. Ugly people have to develop other muscles. Oh, yeah, me too. Me too. I love that film. Unfortunately, those other muscles are the ones that last. You couldn't believe those words had come out of the mouth of a flesh and blood human being. Maybe some poorly written character from a cheap romantic novel, but Lee's father? You picture Lee that night throwing pebbles from the shore while telling you everything about his father's teachings. All that frustration. Was that the night you got pregnant? You'd both been drinking. Suddenly you find it difficult to breathe. The interior of the car feels like it's getting smaller and smaller. You need some air. Well, why not be cordial? We'll say hi. Holt, right? Holt seems startled. Hello. This is Victoria, my girlfriend. Be right back, Vic. You see them walk away with the box they took out of the trunk. From the effort Holt's putting in, it seems heavy. What's inside the box? You're not stupid. You know that Lee has some business on the side beyond his work as an intern at the university. You've heard some rumors and you have your suspicions. However, you never did too much digging. You preferred to keep it a mystery, something to make Lee a little more interesting. You light a cigarette. Would Lee be a good father? And the question that you still haven't had the courage to ask, would you be a good mother? Uh-oh. The clicks repeated at regular intervals. So far we've encountered men in black, a weird bat, some bloodthirsty coyotes, and what next? Moths! Uh-oh! Small moths approach the light to get electrocuted. Is that love, Victoria? You laugh and shake your head from side to side. You think of all the manuscripts you've torn up. You've tried poetry, drawing. History seemed like an obvious choice. You don't need any talent to be a historian. Do I click something? I guess I do. Oh shit, what's that? Hello? The man talks to himself while holding something in his hand. Some guy named Blue. Have you seen any winged creatures flying over the area yet? For a moment, you think he's asking some kind of tricky question. You remain silent. However, something about him tells you that he's genuinely asking. You look at the man bathed in the shine of the streetlight, and the scene fascinates you. Surreal, some of your friends would have said, the ones that organized poetry nights and read L'Outrement. Excuse me, you are? Oh yes, sorry, Hill. Lou Hill. Writer. Victoria Greenberry. History student. Winged creatures, Mr. Hill? Lou, please. Can I call you Victoria? You nod. I'm looking into about a dozen reports, Victoria. Numerous witnesses claim to have seen human-sized winged creatures flying over the area. Angels? Lou smiles, but the smile doesn't last long on his face. Look there, at the top of the trees. It won't take you long to find one. You aim at the area Lou just told you. Everything's blurry, so you decide to adjust the binoculars. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know what the diopter is. Focusing wheel. Move it left. Move left. Move left. Move left. Okay. Okay. So diopter. Move right. Okay, that looks the same. Okay, so diopter is the focus wheel. Gotcha. Thank you, John. So these two look about the same right now, so then let's focus. Right. It still looks the same. Move right. Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. What the? It was just a second, but you thought you saw something up there. It's Batman! Was it suggestion? Oh yeah, it's Nureb Cell. Nureb Cell's got that same helmet-looking thing. I don't think they're angels, Victoria. But before I tell you my theory, I need your help. Could you draw on this notebook what you just saw? Yes. At any other time, you would have refused with some witty comment. There's something about Lou Hill that invites you to play along. You wonder if the fact he presented himself as a writer had something to do with it. All right, let's draw the head. Little owl head. Draw the body. Draw the legs. Is that it? I guess it's as good as anything. Before giving it back, you write some notes further describing what you saw. Lou hadn't asked for them, but somehow they make you feel less anxious. You never felt confident about your work. Lou looks at the notebook for a few seconds that feel too long. You think that about that time you showed your sketches to your art teacher and how he embarrassed you in front of the rest of the class. Motherfucker. What? Sorry. I was talking to myself. I can't help but blush. Victoria. For once you're glad to hear Lee's voice. All good? Although he seems to be talking to you, Lee keeps staring at Lou. Lou Hill, writer. Lou holds out his hand. Lee Miller, historian. Lee walks over and puts his arms around you, his back to Lou. You know he must have been annoyed that Lou introduced himself as a writer. Although it's hard for you to admit it, you like to be hugged. You feel safe. Think you would also feel safe in your grandmother's arms or in the arms of any of the strong women in your family. But the heat of Lee's body, the hardness of his muscles, you remember all the biologist arguments you hate so much, but you can't help but smile. It's like you're cheating when nobody's looking. Come on, Vic. Let's see the surprise. Close your eyes. Okay. You close your eyes and let Lee guide you. Now open them. So, what do you think? Oh, you haven't played Fate of Atlantis, Red? That's a great game. A romantic dinner for two under the same meteor shower that amazed our ancestors. You instinctively put your hand to your belly. And when you realize it, you quickly put it in your pocket. You look at the dog tied to the post. Oh, that's the guard dog. The dog growls in the dark. I love it. I love this. This is very spooky. Holt. All right. We save it every chapter. You've known Lou Hill for a few months now. First time you talked to him was at the Moose. Oh, so that's the Moose is like a bar? Lou was looking for information about some unusual lights in the sky. Nobody would talk to him. Before going to the restroom, you went over to his table and suggested he buys people a drink first. When you get back, Lou was already talking to Rick and Stella, their tongues sufficiently loosened. Lou raised his glass in your direction and smiled. Although it wasn't you who gave him the nickname, you still feel a little guilty. Since that night, most locals refer to him as Lou Refill Hill. Oh, okay. What do you recall about the encounter with these men in black? You smile. What does he mean? It had only been a week. You think about how to answer. You know Lou, he loves asking questions. So you're going to tell him one thing and one thing only. No follow-up questions. We'll tell him one of them bit a card. One of the men in black bit a card and told me not to tell anyone about their visit. Lou listens carefully. He seems to hesitate, and he sees the opportunity to change the subject. You know, otherwise he'd keep asking you about the encounter all night. Red or black? What? The card. Red. You turn over the card. It's red. Good. It's the solitaire my grandma taught me. No one could ever win it. Lou suddenly seems interested. And how do you play it? Let's explain it. Rules are simple. But winning? There's a reason why it's called the impossible solitaire. Let me show you. Oh, are we playing solitaire now? The objective is to move every card from the board to the discard pile. You can move any card whose rank is one higher or one lower than the topmost card in the discard pile. Okay. So let's say there's a 5 in the discard pile. You can place a 4 or 6 on top of it. And if there's a king in the discard pile, you can place an ace. Ace comes after king, and the opposite's also true. So, 28 cards move. Seems easy enough, right? Okay. Let's select a card, I guess. Yeah, let's select a card. We'll move the king. Oh, you play triangles? That's cool. Can we move something at the king? Okay, then I can't do any more. Turn over a card from the stock. But to turn it over, you need to make a bet first. Black or red, which is one's it going to be? Lose the bet and you lose the game. Okay, I'm going to save the game here because we don't want to. Oh, we can't save? Oh, that's weak. Son of a bitch is almost unwinnable. All right. I'll bet red. Okay. So now that we got 3, it would be 2 or 4. We don't have any of those. No save's coming. Oh yeah, I know. I can't save scum. Turn over a card from the stock. I'm gonna bet black. Oh, cool. I got it. All right, let's get rid of the kings. Select a card. Actually, no. We should get rid of the black. That way we know that it's probably going to be red. Oh, I don't know. First to the right. Let's get the king. All right. Turn over a card from the stock. Black or red? Black. Oh my god, I got it. This is so hard. Red. No. Red. Oh, for fuck's sake. New game. All right, let's try it one more time. Turn over a card from the stock. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Select a card. We got 6. Move that to discard pile. And then we got 5. All right. We got 5. So now let's turn over a card from the stock. Let's bet red. Dang it! All right, let's just save. All right, continue. Oh, for fuck's sake. Leave the game. I want to save a game here so that I can do it later, but oh well, whatever. Save. No. Save here. You hear barking from the back of the station. Uh-oh, it's the guard dog. Trent. When they brought him in, they told me his name was Chase. Fuck it, it's Trent for me. You know Trent, right? From the Moose? Tall, prominent belly and a scar parallel to the growth of his beard. You laugh heartily. Lou Hill might be a pain in the ass, but no one could deny that he was good with descriptions. You think about the book he's given you. He signed it and everything. Where did you leave it? I call him Trent because he barks like Trent on an open mic Tuesdays. Come on, let's go to the garage and see the machine gun. Chapter 4. All right, let's save since it's chapter 4 now. So this is his idea of a special date. Looking at shooting stars while holding your hand. Telling you his plans for the end of the semester. You can't stop thinking about the raw strength of the hug from a minute ago. Or how he scared the coyotes away by yelling and throwing stones at them. You think about your friend May. All those dark fantasies she told you about. Okay, Don. Thanks for coming. But holding hands like this, smiling and talking and looking into each other's eyes, feels like giving up, doesn't it? You know you're to blame too. Aren't you playing the perfect girlfriend role? Don't you make eyes at him? Don't you say love, whatever you call him? So is this it, Victoria? Is this what you want for the rest of your life? Why don't you make up your mind just for once? Think of May again, of those women she claimed to know who could solve your situation using a coat hanger. Oof. You wouldn't be the first or the last. The dog barks like a maniac, and you appreciate the distraction. Victoria's really strange. Hey, Fact Fun, how you doing? A mixture of guilt, anguish, and apathy takes over you. You're exhausted, eh? And now what? Why is he looking at you like that? Why doesn't he say anything? Has he asked you a question? Answer anything. Maybe. Maybe? The doors, Victoria, and you tell me that maybe you're excited? You just smile. Smiling sometimes works. I'm exhausted too. That's why I like doing streaming. Freddie told me they're about to release their first album, and it seems like they'll be playing in New York. And it does work. Lee keeps talking like nothing happened. Conversations in real life are nothing like those from books. Real life conversations are full of contradictions, twists and turns, repeated ideas. Are we going to see them live again then? Whoa. Even though you try, you gradually stop listening to him. Hesitancy returns and all those questions. And the fucking dog won't stop barking. What had been a distraction for you now is driving you crazy. I bet it's the Mothmen. What the hell is wrong with him? Ah, a meteor. Shooting fucking stars. Why don't you make a wish, Victoria? How would going home, covering your head with a pillow, and sleeping for 18 hours straight? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. You feel like crying and try to calm down. Uh-oh. Those eyes. Save the game, save the game. That creature you thought you saw in the treetops with Lou's binoculars. Had it been real? Not just your imagination? Vic! You know what? I'm tired of it already. Exhausted. Whoa. I've been trying and trying for more than 10 minutes. Can you tell me what's wrong with you? You stay silent. You need to think, but Lee's right. Not fair for either of you. So much noise, it's impossible for you to concentrate. You know, they're all excuses, though. Winged monsters don't exist. It's just your brain desperately trying not to focus on what's important. Sudden scream chills your blood. What? And silence takes over everything. Uh-oh. Chapter 5. Of course we go to the place where the excitement's not happening. Okay, let's save the game. Have you met Lee? Tall guy with the blonde girl? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's Snatcher. It's very Snatcher-like. He made 0 graphic copies of some docs I've used to assemble this beauty. Where did he get the docs from? You bite your lower lip. Do all writers ask so many questions? Lee works at the university in the history department. Lou adjusts his glasses. You don't know why, but that gesture irritates you. The Winans doesn't work like a normal machine gun. Normal machine guns use gunpowder to fire projectiles. You know what the Winans uses? It uses steam. Centrifugal force? Okay. Interesting. Lou repeats the gesture with the glasses. Today Lee bought me some Ketchum grenades. Do you know about Ketchum grenades? Lou shakes his head and readjusts his glasses for the 3rd time in less than 5 minutes. You take a deep breath. Tell him about Ketchum grenades. Although you can't stand Lou Refillhill's tick, you enjoy talking about your collection of Civil War weapons. Definitely not Pokeballs, but maybe close. Ketchums are similar to footballs in shape. They have to land on their nose to explode. They were highly inefficient in Port Hudson, for example. The Confederates used sheets to catch them without exploding, then threw them back at the Union soldiers. Lou is about to say something when you hear a scream that makes your blood run cold. Oh, the Mothmen. You grab the shotgun without thinking twice. It's coming from the back. Come on. You don't have a good feeling about it. Something's not right. Whoa. Cool art. Trent, no! Although it feels like a dream, somehow you know the creature is real. Your dog's suffering is real. And there'll be no waking up from this. Let's save the game. Oh, I can't save the game here? Oh, come on. Okay, do I shoot the creature or do I run to Trent? I shoot the creature in order to save Trent, hopefully. Okay, I don't have a clean shot, so run to Trent. You hear muffled moans of your dog, and the fury blinds you. You drop the shotgun and grab onto the chain. Son of a bitch is gonna strangle Trent. Ask the rest to help me. Come on, hurry. But before they arrive, you feel the pull. And the floor disappears under your feet. Uh-oh. Let's see. I'll hold on to the chain. Oops. Although you managed to hold on for a few minutes, you finally let go into the thick of the forest. Tree branches penetrate your body and you die before reaching the ground. Alright, I'll retry. Release the chain. Halt! You know you should hit the floor soon. Don't move. Listen to Vic, Holt. Her sister's a nurse. No bones seem to be broken. My dog. Victoria and Lee help you to your feet. Lou doesn't take his eyes off the winged creature for a single second. He let go. He just let go. What? 1 second. I know where your dog is, Holt. Wait a minute. Got something in the car. Let's go. A gift from Freddy. Cool, right? You try to get up, but feel dizzy and stumble. Victoria gives Lee a disapproving look and helps you to keep your balance. Follow me. Thanks. You would have liked to smile at her. After all, Victoria just wants to help. But I can do it myself. You get your rifle and walk to with the rest into the blackness of the forest. We should go in. That direction. No. I think we should go that way. Lee, now what? The place where Trent fell. I've calculated by projecting the point where the creature dropped it on this map. You've calculated? You've calculated, you say? Weren't you a writer? Lou, don't mind him. Do what you want. Constantly checking the map, Lou leads the group on. The creep. We should be close. There. Your heart is pounding. Please. Compress his chest. Use both hands just like that. How curious. Did you know that cardiopulmonary resuscitation procedure was discovered by Dr. Knickerbocker while he was trying to save a dog? Hey, Vaylor. No worries. As he speaks, Luke carefully examines the tops of the trees. It was at Johns Hopkins University. Victoria rests her hand on yours and moves her head from side to side. You stop pressing, and a few tears roll down your cheek. The interesting thing is what happened to the dog afterwards. Shut it, Lou! Lou adjusts his glasses. You look at Victoria. You're too afraid your voice would break to say thank you. Why didn't you shoot? Why didn't you try to blow the creature's brains out? Deep down, you know that's just the guilt talking. And that maybe there was nothing you could have done differently to save him. Lee. Have you seen Lee? You stand up and look around. Oh yeah, he disappeared. Lee's gone. Chapter 6. I guess we'll find out what's going on with Lee. Alright, let's save the game here. Walk faster to keep your thoughts at bay. What the hell is wrong with her? Why does she even listen to him? Writer, says the fucker. What a loser. You walk through the woods confident that you will be the one to find Holt's dog. Oh, this guy. Oh my god. Lee. What then, Vic? What weird little face will you make? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello? You feel like someone is watching you. Walking through a dense forest area where darkness is almost total. You walk even faster than before. Finally, you reach a clearing and look at the sky. The meteor shower is gaining intensity. Your heart is in anguish and you find it hard to breathe. Are you watching the Leonids, Victoria? Are you? You hold your head in your hands. Don't cry. You stretch your arms and take a deep breath. They can't break you. What the? You seem to hear something, a kind of rumor. You think of the noise hands make when they shake the dust off an old volume. A river? Try to think about the map you've got in the car. You can't remember seeing a river here. Further west, sure, but here? As you get closer, you hear it more clearly. You feel a kind of calm. Not peace, but numbness. Suddenly, the whitest light you've ever seen floods the ground. Even when there's no river nearby, the sound is deafening. What? You feel the light pulse with painful intensity, as if millions and millions of red ants were sinking their little jaws into your skin. Pain turns into light. You want to scream, but you have no mouth. And you must scream. Nor larynx or lungs. And the white that precedes everything consumes you. You don't know how long it takes. feel the urgency of what is yet to be, and white makes you desperate. Mortis. Whoa! You feel the white light leaving your body. And you hear your own voice screaming at the top of your lungs. You drop to the floor and cover your head with both hands. You're filled with a sense of completeness that you cannot explain. We all need a little darkness. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the game Faith. It is a really great experience. All right, so everyone's searching for Lee. And thank you for the compliment. Lee! Where's that idiot? Calm down, Victoria. Lee knows how to take care of himself. Holt's right. Lee's going to show up eventually. Did you know he chased away a pack of coyotes with screams, some stones, and a blow on the hood of his car? Lou smiles. You wonder if it's authentic or a calculated gesture to show some empathy. Holt? What? What's your business with Lee? Holt looks at you for a few seconds before answering. Think of one of the computers at the campus. The IBM 7040. You know what it's called because you once wrote a little poem with that title. Holt is like the computer. From the outside, it's impossible to tell what it's evaluating before giving you an answer. I shouldn't tell you anything. Holt lowers his voice. But you shut Lou up back there. And I'm going to make an exception. Holt tells you about Lee's business, the sale of original Civil War pieces, the xerographic copies of historical documents. Don't worry. He knows what he's doing. You hear twigs snapping. What? Who's there? Grandma? What? What the fuck? The sight of Holt's grandmother holding an old rifle mesmerizes you. The whole thing looks like an image from some Wyeth painting. A wet dream for almost any of your classmates. Here's Granny. An image that not only defies gender stereotypes, but demolishes social constructs like that of Grandma in classic stories. The expression on Holt's grandmother's face changes. Her features soften. My legs. Grandma. Holt picks up his grandma and helps her sit against a tree trunk. He looks at his dog's corpse and beckons you to come closer. I need to bury Trent before carrying on. You nod your head. How do you feel, ma'am? Confused. Here, Victoria. You didn't hear him approach. grab the handkerchief without thinking twice. A strange feeling runs through your body. Shouldn't you have at least considered some other option? Clean up her legs. You rub the hanky against her calves and gradually remove the mud stains. Scrub harder. Okay. I was probably your age when I stopped feeling my legs. Holds grandmother's sighs and closes her eyes. Have you ever seen so many moles together? Ugh. Lou speaks almost in whispers. You wonder why. Let's go. Lou picks up the old rifle and examines it briefly. Holt looks at you with an expression you can't quite make out. Are you okay? No, you're not okay. But what are you going to tell him? That you're pregnant? That your boyfriend is missing? That winged creatures out of old pulp magazines are apparently more than just fiction? You walk for a while in silence. What was... Try to think of something else, Victoria. A few minutes ago, you all started hearing the screams. Noticing sudden movements in the treetops. We're almost there. Oh. You find it hard to believe what you're seeing. Why are all these creatures flying over the gas station? Interesting. Holt punches Lou in the shoulder. What? Interesting? Did you find it interesting what they did to Trent? We're not one of your cheap books, Lou. A sudden silence befalls the group. All right. Do we suggest a plan or do we wait? I guess, let's suggest a plan. Listen. No, you just cover me. You close your fist tightly, trying to exercise the impotence you feel. Was it that hard for him to hear what you just had to say? You shake your head from side to side. What's even the plan? Running with his grandma in his arms? Why does he have to be the hero? Uh-oh. Holt! The shriek chills your blood. Fuck. Lou looks at you as if waiting for something. How many bullets in your rifle? 3. Oh boy. Okay, let's save here. Hope it's enough. Okay, Holt and Elsie are at halfway to the gas station. 2 winged creatures are on the street lamps. Alright, the creatures seek the light, just like moths. Tell Lou to take aim. I've got 3 bullets. Why don't we shoot for the lamps? Oh, there's 4 lamps though. Oh, so if we shoot all the ones on the right, that means they'll fly to the left. Shoot. All right. Tell Lou to take aim. Center lamp on the right. Shoot. One creature flies to the farthest pole, and it does so over Holt and Eltie's heads. Uh-oh. Let's retry. Alright. So maybe we don't want them going to the... Alright. Tell Lou to take aim. Aim for the lamp on the left. Too far away. Alright. Let's retry that. Okay, so the left one's too far away. How about the one farthest on the right? Okay, we have 2 bullets left. Tell Lou to take aim. Let's aim for the center lamp on the right. Shoot. Oh no. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get the center one first. Okay, shoot. 2 bullets left. Tell Lou to take aim for the farthest lamp on the right. Alright, 1 bullet left. Closest lamp on the right. There we go. All clear. Help me with Holt and Elsie and let's get inside. And let's inside fast. Is someone gonna make a wish? You laugh under your breath. You look at Holt and he looks away. You wonder if he's pissed because you saved him. I wonder if Lee's one of those Mothmen now. You still can't believe everything that happened tonight. You know that as soon as you stop to think, you touch your belly and fight back the tears. Lou looks at his watch. The Leonids are reaching their point of highest intensity. The screeching is deafening. Freaking creatures. I think I saw one in a dream. Lou is about to add something, but suddenly falls silent. You approach the window and rest your hand on the glass. You can't stop looking at their dance. Before meeting Lee, you had some experiences in college. Experiences by which you sought to open the doors of your perception. Lee doesn't know, and you don't know how he would react if he found out. But the strange dance of these creatures in the sky beats anything you experienced while tripping. Chapter 8. All right. They called him the Jivaro of the Hills. What he did lacked a ritual component. It had nothing to do with the taxidermy business and even less with mummification. His shrunken animal heads were art, sold as collector's pieces. One afternoon, Liam, his only nephew, stole a bear head. The head had been emptied of viscera and was floating in a solution his uncle used in the early stages of the miniaturization process. All right, see you later, Way. Liam lifted the head out of the bucket, wiped it dry, and put it on like a helmet. He stripped naked, left the house, and ran into the village. Liam entered the church in the middle of Mass and screaming at the top of his lungs, waving his arms up and down as if he were calling, "What?" One of the congregation members pulled out a gun and shot him. You remember the sheer terror you felt when you saw the bear man running towards the altar. This is worse. Oh, wow. Ugh. Worse? Worse than what? You tell him the story of Liam and his uncle, the Jivaro of the Hills. Somehow you feel safe telling them stories from the past. As for what's on the other side of the window, this fear can't be any more present. Got some clippings from the case. Liam's story was an unfortunate event. It explains what happened to him, but it also provided an all-too-easy explanation for other sightings in the area. The dog man, the owl woman. Many people told me stories of similar creatures in the moose. Lou adjusts his glasses. Lou Refill Hill. You think I don't know what they call me in town? It may be true that some people make up stuff to get a beer, but imaginations have limits. And in the long run, we tend to rely on real experiences when telling a story. Mothmen. They're somehow related to the Leonids in the gathering of all these creatures. Maybe he's right, and all the creatures outside started to appear after the aerial dance of these Mothmen. Let's ask why Mothmen. Mothmen? Why the name? Moths are attracted to light. You look at the sky illuminated by dozens and dozens of shooting stars and you nod. You like the name. Not because of the loose explanation, but because it's easy to squash a moth. This isn't the first time that Mothmen have appeared during the Leonids. Among some other references, they're mentioned in the oral histories of the Ojibwe, collected in the diary of the Jesuit missionary in 1683, who even dares to draw them. Hey, Squatch, how you doing? Happy holidays. Many believe that the creatures described in this diary are thunderbirds, but the Jesuit's drawings look much more like Mothmen. And the most interesting part is that he draws lines around them. Some researchers think that these lines are kinetic, a way of representing the speed of the creatures. That's true. Not often that we see Jesuits in a video game. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Lou slides a finger across the glass, following the trajectory of a shooting star in the sky. But I think these drawings depict Mothmen with the Leonids in the background. We're talking 1633, 1666, maybe. Let's check out a grandma. Grandma? Better? What are those shrieks, love? It's painful for you to see how confused she is. 1 second. You turn on the radio. Static. Move dial to the right. And the right. And the right. You've never sung at the Moose. Not even on those nights where everyone egged you on and the booze in your system had drowned your inhibitions. Almost without thinking, you start singing the lullaby Elsie used to sing to make you sleep. Although more than 40 years have passed, the words come to your mind one after the other. You close your eyes and caress her hair, singing all the time. As soon as you feel the rhythmic breathing of your grandmother, you get up. They're coming to get you, Barbara. What was that? Uh-oh. Lee! Victoria tries to hug Lee while he babbles something you don't understand. At no time does he look up. Where the hell have you been? Victoria. I thought, but he's here. Give him some space. Thank you. Lee takes a few seconds to start speaking. I think I got lost in the forest. Babe, take it easy. Victoria grabs his arm and Lee tries to smile. I thought I heard the sound of a river. And I felt someone looking at me. After walking for a while, the noise was deafening. But there was no river. Lee starts to cry. Victoria tries to calm him down. As soon as he regains his composure, Lee keeps talking. And then came the white. I don't know how to explain it. It was as if I could see everything and nothing at the same time. And a goat looked up to the sky to watch the shooting stars. It stood on 2 legs, like this, you know? Just like us. Uh-oh. What the hell's going on? I think the time has come. Let me tell you a few things. Lou clears his throat and begins to speak. Although you can't stand his tics or his false dramatics, you want to know what's going on. The Leonids occur every 33 years. Some are intense like those of 1833 or the ones in 1866. Others are weak, 1899 for example. And those are the ones we have records of. You notice that Victoria grabs Lee's hand. Lou walks over to the window and points to the sky. This year they're intense again. 1866, 1966, why a 100-year difference and not 99? That 1-year discrepancy bothers me too. And I think it has to do with the problems of our calendar and the periodic adjustments that we are forced to make. Tell me, have you ever seen a medieval manuscript? No one answers. Just as you're about to open your mouth, Luke continues. They're usually adorned with warrior rabbits standing on 2 legs. You think these rabbits come from the imagination of medieval scribes alone? Those rabbits existed, and they were annihilated by man. Each meteor shower spawns new bipeds. And it was in one of these storms that mankind arose. What makes us different from all of them is that we survived by destroying any other biped that came along, by reducing them to the realm of gossip or fiction. Outside, the creatures begin to fight. Why? What motivates them? And what about Lou? Should you believe everything he says? After all, Lou is a writer. Your grandma's cough starts to sound like the noise of a tractor's engine refusing to start. Grandma? You have to kill them all. The voice with which she speaks seems to come from much further back than her throat. We had a secret weapon. Oh, is it the machine gun? And we would use it to finish off the upright beasts. But they decided to test it in the war. Elsie, what are you talking about? I wanted to take the Wynians from the battlefield. And they... Your grandma caresses her legs. I just want to finish the mission. This is a bizarre experience. Victoria and Lee look at each other. Lou walks up to you and tells you almost in a whisper, I bet the moles on your grandma's legs correspond exactly to her grandpa's wounds. Did you ever tell Lou about your grandpa's legs? You're confused, and Lou seems to notice. It's not just free beers to the moose, Holt. People tell me things. Lou speaks softly, but his words resonate loudly in your head. The moles, her grandfather's legs were riddled by bullets in the Civil War. Could it be that Elsie's grandfather was talking to you through grandmother's body? The Winans. The Winans! Project that has obsessed you for a long time, and now you think you know why. You decide not to think too much about Elsie, her grandfather, the moles, the men in black. You're terrified that behind all your decisions, something more than your own free will was at work. Come on. All right. That was a huge text dump. The Winans. Quick, let's get her out. No, it's still not working. What do you mean it's not working? It has some kind of safety mechanism. I still haven't been able to assemble it successfully. Oh boy. Here, see? The L's. You look at Lou with curiosity. What in the world? On the blueprints here. Those L's are the rubric of a secret society founded in the middle of the last century. It's not so secret if you know about it, is it? Lou doesn't answer you. Why the L? Some say it's because of the way the knight moves on the chessboard. Some say it's because of Lewis Carroll, the author of Alice in Wonderland. All right. Interrupt the explanation. Thanks for the lesson, Professor. There's a horde of monsters outside, and if we don't hurry, they're going to end up entering the station. All right. I don't know how to find this out, but I will try. Okay, so we have to make them all fit, I guess. We gotta make them all L's. All right. Examine pieces, rotate pieces from the second row, rotate second piece. Okay. I got it. Examine pieces, rotation, second row, third piece. There we go, that's working. Back. Examine pieces, third row, first piece. The right. Okay, that works. Examine pieces, third row, third piece. Left, left. Okay, I think that's it. Back. Test the piece. The mechanism locks into place with a click. Although outside the creature's shouts are getting louder, you can't help but feel a certain happiness. The wine ends is finally complete. Now, everybody out. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna save the game here. Elsie stands next to the Winans holding a rifle. Lee, Lou, and Victoria stand back a little. You crack your knuckles and take a deep breath. At the helm of the Winan steam-powered machine gun, you feel something strange. You find it hard to put into words. As if somehow the present is giving way to the past. Oh boy. Rabbit men. They're weak creatures. Cannon fodder in the war against the upright beasts. Alright, so let's aim to the left. Shoot. Center. Shoot. Alright. Right. Shoot. Left. Shoot. Center. Shoot. Beware of the dogmen. They're behind the rabbit men. The dogmen are more resistant than the rabbit men. And if you hurt them without killing them, they get mad. Okay, aim to the center, shoot. Eat this bullet. I'm here to cover you, but don't get too confident. I can kill one upright beast. Then I need to reload. Uh-oh. Hey, where are you going? Okay. Aim to the left? I don't know. This is so, hold on. Can I save? Guess I can't. Aim to the right. Die! Aim to the left. Shoot. Die. All right, let's retry. Okay, let's try the center. Interesting. Oh, okay. I think I know what to do. All right, now we go to the center. There, now we can get the right. Oh my God. Hold on, let's save. The two men and the woman. Gone. Deserters. Stay shooting bipeds. And those creatures over there, Mothmen. You manage to wound them without killing them. They go crazy and run like a stampede. You can take advantage of them to generate a chain effect. Okay. How about we do that then? We aim to the right. Die. All right, we did that. Oof. So for this next one, I guess we do the same thing, right? Die. All right, now we aim to the right. Oh my Lord. Owlmen. Okay. How about we aim to the left? Oh my goodness. Whoops. Well, good thing I okay, stay shooting bipeds. Aim to the right. How about we go to the left this time? No. Let's go to the right. Nope. Retry. Oh, okay. So we go to the left and shoot. There we go. Now we go to the right and shoot. All right. Now let's save the game here. All right. We don't want them flying to the front, or do we? Let's aim for the right. Oh, we were gonna lose. All right, so the right's not right. How about the center? All right. Center. Would we go? Let's go to the left. Nope. All right, center. Then we'll go to the right. All right, that works. And now I'll go to the center again. And then to the left. Take advantage of a rare moment of calm to the battlefield to talk to Elsie. Shake your head from one side to the other. You know that Lou was the first to leave, and the helplessness eats you up inside. Go look for them. But if we're going to fight here, we fight all together. Chapter 9. Wow, 9 chapters. Let's save the game again. I don't want to keep running away. No problem, Red. Thanks for coming. Happy holidays. And and win my Red Badge of Courage. Red Badge of Courage is the title of that Civil War novel you read and reread over and over again. It tells the story of a Union soldier who flees the battlefield. In the first act of cowardice, the only thing that the protagonist longs for is to receive a war wound. The definitive proof he could become a man. Your Red Badge of Courage. You want a real Red Badge of Courage, Lee? I'm pregnant. Your head spins. You find it difficult to organize your thoughts. You're going to be a father? Think of your own father, all of your suffering. I don't know if. I'm a coward, Vic. Lee, did you know that Stephen Crane wrote Red Badge of Courage without ever having set foot on a real battlefield? First time you saw Lou, you wanted to twist his arm and bring him to his knees. Now you smile and put an arm on his shoulder. Thanks, Lou. Come out and fight! None of you move. Out, I said. Jesus. My Red Badge of Courage. Lee, don't. Pull? Push? Push. Okay. It wasn't Holt's grandmother, Lee. Your hands are shaking. You didn't fire the rifle. However, somehow you've been able to feel the different endings. You knew that in one of them, Elsie would be shot, and yet you didn't stop. Ah, she's alive. They shot me. The resilience of the possessor. What is this? This is so bizarre. You don't know why you're surprised. After all, Holt's grandmother was possessed by her own grandfather. A soldier who fought in the Civil War and was mowed down by a machine gun. The same machine gun whose burst you now hear outside the gas station. Tearing apart creatures not mentioned in any biology textbooks. Jesus. Eat bullets, you sons of bitches. Alright, chapter 10. Now, you don't think about it too much. As Holt fires a Winans machine gun, you run as fast as you can. If you want to survive, you have to get away from there. The only word you can think of to describe what you see is pandemonium. Not only in a traditional sense, a place of noise and confusion, but in the original sense of the word. The place where all demons congregate. Lee tries to make himself heard over the gunfire and shrieks of the creatures. To your left, Vic. To your left, Vic. Alright, save. Get down. You get in the car and slam the door shut. Hear a knock and you jump in your seat. Let's go, let's go! Lee speeds up. The pandemonium is soon behind you. You think about Lee's previous car. What a clunker. And now you know how Lee managed to buy a car like this one. Holt told you. Poor Holt. The Leonids, upright beasts, intrafamilial possession, experimental weapons, the Order of the Elves, Men in Black, and Mothmen. Jeez, there's so much stuff in this story. There they are, the topics of my next book. You touch your belly. With all that you suffered tonight, Lou's comment seems a bit inappropriate. You travel in silence for a few minutes. You all right, Lee? You look a little pale. Lee takes a few seconds to answer. I don't know. Lee scratches his head. I can see things before they happen, Vic. Lou leans forward. Not that I see the future. I don't know how to explain it. Like I can see several presents just before they happen. Come on, babe. Victoria. What you're saying, Lee? Have you felt it since the episode you told us with the white light? Lee's hands are tightly clasped on the steering wheel. It's not like I can control it. First time I felt it was in the struggle with Elsie. And the second when we were running to the car. Lee looks you in the eyes and suddenly you can feel all his pain. And some of the presents, the creatures, Vic, Lee's voice breaks. The creatures, and he begins to cry again. You feel him gradually calming down with the contact. You rest his head on your hand and you stroke his cheek. After a few minutes, you remove your hand and settle back in your seat. You look for Lou in the rearview mirror and see him jotting something in his notebook. Lou seems to always be writing in one way or another. You envy his tenacity, and you wonder if maybe that's what it takes to be a writer. Okay. He steps on the brakes and opens the door on his side. Wait here. What happened? Can you see anything from there? You shake your head. Here he comes. A goat baby? What in the world's going on here? It's hurt, Vic. Although neither of you say anything, you think you know what you have to do. He kisses you on the mouth and starts the car. Okay. In the back seat, Lou clears his throat. I don't want to be anticlimactic, but the demonization of the god Pan, Satan, as a male goat. You do know that there are records throughout history of bloody wars against goat men, don't you? The end. The end? Well, we rescued a goat baby. Holy moly. That was a lot of reading. Oof. I hope you all enjoyed that. This was their first Pixel Pulp. Oh wait, 8 years later. Okay. Well, we've seen everything. Let's see the gallery now. Make a creature accurate drawing. Well, I guess I didn't do that. Make a really inaccurate drawing. Okay. And then there's the solitaire game. Oh. Well, I guess I should have. Wait, back, exit the game. I mean, exit. All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys all for checking in to my stream. I appreciate it. Hope you all had a great time. And now I guess I will sign off, and I will be taking off Christmas Eve, Sunday, obviously. But we'll be back again next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And who knows, maybe we'll do another one of these stories. This is the first story, so I expect it to be a little rougher than the later ones. So maybe we'll do one of the more recent ones and see how it is. But I like this. I love the artwork especially. I think it was really, really nice. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Bye-bye.